Dr. Drennan, Fairbairn Protocol, H2H. Let's talk about some stick work today. Fairbairn method stick. Here I have a training baton. It's a 3/4 inch PVC, wrapped with insulation, wrapped with duct tape, wrapped with methodology over the top is hockey tape wrapped around to keep it tough. The duct tape helps seal in the foam and the air conditioning side, and we have 3 inches of pure foam at the end to allow us to do jabs into our buddies we train with. It's a nice tool. It's got a good weight to it. It can take most of the beatings we can do, and you can definitely train with this full force without a lot of equipment. So safety and training. So now, Fairbairn stick work. Okay, 5 movements. 5 movements. All right. First of all, let's find out how to hold that stick. So we're going to hold that stick in this fashion here. Under and over. I'm right-handed. If I was left-handed, it would be the opposite. Under and over. All right? We want approximately 3 inches sticking out at the end. Either end. All right? Now, these aren't rules that have to be 3.2 inches. You're not good. Now, whatever's comfortable, but we basically want a good chunk sticking out the end. Okay? Get into here, we're losing power. So you got to get out here because the levers will work against us. So that's the trade-off on that, and that's all you're interested in. Now, from guard position, one of the things that we can do is to bring it across the stomach. We do that by pushing the nose of the baton across the abdomen area, biting into the abdomen area. I like to do this with a use of a fulcrum method. When I push across with this one, this here point, where it can move, acts like a fulcrum. Just like you'd put a rock and a stick to lift a heavier object. It acts like a fulcrum. I move that fulcrum across the body. As I do that, I action the lever with my other arm by snapping it into my body. So now, that movement, as I come across, looks like that. I'm not going from here to Toledo. I'm in close, I'm in guard, I put it into the stomach and action it across. If I was standing with one hand like this, I still bring it up, action it across. The idea is not how you deliver to it, the idea is how we do the movement. So we bring it across and we rip in that hand over here, use that leverage as we plow through the stomach. My personal experience with this is that you'll get a concave. The opponent will concave, and they usually get a little bit of a mental startle. I have no idea why this works. I am very big on understanding how things work. I have researched this. I cannot find any anatomical or any physiological reason that this works so well. I mean, obviously, if you get something dragged across your stomach, it's not a happy day. But the reaction exceeds what I can find as a source. So, but what I can tell you is that it works that way, and it works there quite dynamically and quite consistently. Having said that, I like to think of minimum results, something I guarantee myself. So when I bite into this, I will get a little flinch there, a little bit of a flinch. Bring the head forward a bit. I will get that. Anything greater than that, bonuses to me, right? So, number 1 movement, across this body, across the stomach area, the abdomen, and with that ripping, violent torque. Ripping, violent torque, okay? Now, I don't teach Fairbairn as combinations. I teach it as recognition of opportunity. But, for the purposes of training, there's the 5 techniques, and they flow together quite nicely. So I throw them in a method of that flow, so it's easy to train and easy to get through your head how they work. Okay? So the first one comes across here. The second move is when you take the stick and you go from across and you rotate it down, and all you're doing is just rotating, dropping that hand down. We're going to come in, we're going to come across, and we're going to drop that hand down. So across the belly, drop that hand down, and now it's right at the nice level. And now we drive it straight up. We can do our force of body. You can do our arms. Do a snapshot like a chin jab. Excuse me. and underneath that chin. And I talk about 1 inch back. And Fairbairn talks about this as being a kill shot. Anyway, there's things in there that, without going into a huge anatomy, that can be damaged very much so. And the big thing is working on the windpipe and the swelling that comes to the windpipe and cuts it off afterwards, which I think is the source of the kill. Excuse me. So, coming up right up underneath that chin and ramming it in. Now, the second shot, we can take straight off of there. You would know it as a butt stroke. So here the end comes up, and with the power of the straight right, we rip that across, and then it turns into a hook. So it comes up, pushes out, and across. You could power it straight into his face or plow it across. All depends on where you catch him on the angle of that flow. And that's to take that head off. So the movement, the 3 together, let's add them up. Across the bottom, up underneath the chin, and then across the top with that butt stroke. Now on the return, we lift the other end and we ram it down diagonally across the body, again using that tip area here. So across, up, across with a butt stroke, down with a diagonal, and then the last one, both hands come up and you ram it up into the throat area, going after the trachea or the larynx, or up into the nose, smashing it into the face general. So the movement comes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how we train it as flow. Any one of these can be done as its own movement depending on circumstance. So do not get locked into that concept that one leads into the other. They do, and you can use them that way, but it's not the way that you should be bound, restrained to. The idea is opportunity, do what you need to do. Oh, well, bang! You take, okay, like that. Okay, great. Right. Or something, he grabs the baton, all right? So come across and come with a butt stroke. Whatever it is, he's not expecting, send him across, stuff, bang underneath. Or just bang underneath, you step into him. Boot him in the leg, and then jam him into the face. Opportunity is what we're after. 5 movements. 5 movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. Pow, pow, pow. Opportunity. Thank you very much. I appreciate your patience with me. You guys have a great day. And this is something you can practice all the time, very easy. Broken broomstick, hunk of stick off the street. There's so many things that you could work with, and you should work with, to try out these things, see how they work, roll of newspapers, lots of stuff. Do the work, do the experimentation, get the expertise. Thank you very much. I appreciate your patience. Have a great day.